Get out of bed.
We had a deal, Nathan.
Well, things were more straightforward.
Things are straightforward now. We agreed to pass on the information.
It doesn't feel right.
Yes, it doesn't feel right to have heads of state calling me all through the night. Madame Assadi is putting pressure on her powerful friends, and they are all passing the buck to me.
Well, can't you play for time?
Been playing for time. Look at me. I've hardly slept for 2 days. Now you have the culprit, and you tell me to keep silent.
Alex, he has a perfect alibi.
There's no such thing as a perfect alibi. If Bannerman is not guilty, why are you keeping him under arrest?
Partly for his own protection.
He doesn't need protection.
Well, he will if you tell the Arabs about him.
Police work is your area, Nathan. You will leave political decisions to me.
Dr. Krivenko?
Some progress has been made. Commander Spring has identified the suspect.
His name?
His name is James Bannerman.
Kasim?
Commander Spring has, however,
نفدلك لجيمس
requested
بنمان.
it
بسرعة.
allowed to tie up the
Screen
case.
off.
Morning, what's new? Listen, I'm seconding you to communications. I want to know the moment another ransom demand comes in.
Thought you had that case sewn up.
Well, not quite.
So, what's missing?
Just the kidnapper. He happened to be giving a concert at the time the crime was committed.
Right, he must be bullshitting you, Nathan. I mean, he can't be in two places at the same time now, can he? Want coffee?
Yeah. Box.
Yes, Nathan?
Question, genius. How can somebody be in two places at the same time?
You have often said... Pass.
You're being facetious.
The phrase is your own, Nathan.
Yeah, well, let's keep it that way. Erase it.
Erasing. In future, how shall I respond when illogical evidence is presented?
You ask for more.
Certainly, Nathan. May I have more information, please?
Box. I have first-hand identification and genetic proof that James Bannerman was somewhere where he wasn't.
Perhaps you had a twin.
Perhaps he had a twin. Box, check the hospital records.
There is no record, Nathan. Bang goes another good idea.
Is that another one of my expressions?
Of course.
Yeah, well, erase that as well. I think I might begin to find it rather discouraging.
Erasing, Nathan.
This is farcical. I mean, you do realize I am supposed to be performing in half an hour.
I told you already. Watch my lips. They know you're not coming.
Yes, but do they know why I am not
They
coming?
don't need to know.
Oh, sure. Oh, yes. James Bannerman has decided on some sort of artistic whim not to appear, and so therefore we give everyone a refund.
They found you a replacement.
People do not pay money to hear my replacement.
No one's irreplaceable.
Yes, well, I certainly hope that that is true of policemen, because by the time I have finished with your tin pot police force, you are going to need a lot of new recruits.
Back up. Now, look, I've had just about enough of this. Instead of insulting me, Mr. Bannerman, if you're really innocent, why don't you try talking about something useful?
And what would you deem useful, Chief Superintendent?
I don't know. Who's that?
My mother.
Yeah. Tell me about her.
Are you serious? Okay. Her name was Marguerite.
I thought Kravenko was the opera buff.
David recommended it to me.
I'm surrounded by Renaissance men.
The singer is James Bannerman's mother.
Sorry. Renaissance policeman. So, what's this one about?
She hates the husband and loves the son. It's very beautiful, isn't it?
You ever thought about having kids, Nathan?
Once.
to tell me about it?
No. Bannerman told David that no two performers are ever identical. Once they've gone forever. Unless... Cyrus Teal's wife takes the baby. What does Teal do?
He impregnates someone more reliable.
Yeah, but Teal was a geneticist. Suppose he makes a copy. One skin cell is all he needs. He gets it to replicate, he finds a foster mother. What have you got?
What have you got?
Well, you got two James Bannermans, that's what you've got. What do you think?
What you've got, Nathan, is a very complicated solution to a very simple problem. We just have a high-class kidnapper who happens to have a very good alibi. Why don't you think about that?
Well, what do you think I've been doing for the last 42 hours?
Well, to be perfectly frank, I think you spent the last 12 of them chasing your tail. David has the kidnapper. Why don't you just sleep on it?
No. Let's work this one through. Now, look. Just suppose, for sake of argument, this person does exist, right? Well, he'd have to have an education, go through school somewhere. In fact, Teal's old bank account should have a record of the transaction. But the school might even have a photograph of the boy.
Okay, Nathan, leave it with me. I'll look.
It's all right. I'll handle it.
Oh, yeah, of course you will.
Box, I want you to...
I mean, you're a one-man band, Nathan. You know, there's nothing you'll accept from me. Help, advice, concern. Why is that? Why is that? Go to bed. Because if you're doing it to annoy me, you're starting to get somewhere.
Yes, well... Let me know if you come up with anything, won't you?
Good night, Nathan.
Nathan. It's all right, Box. It's all right.
Hello, Chancia. I'm sorry to call so late, but this really isn't good enough. I'd have thought by now you'd have made more of an effort to find the money. Maybe you don't value your children. Maybe you don't care if another son and heir gets fried. I do hope you won't live to regret it, Chancia. Your family tree vanishing into thin air.
You ever get the feeling you're wasting your time?
Often. It's becoming a kind of a hobby.
I mean, he's got you looking for the school fees for some bloke that doesn't exist, and me waiting for a ransom demand from someone we've already killed.
Yeah, well, Anna says boredom is good for your spiritual development.
Yeah, that's the sort of old cod I'd expect from her.
Hello, what have we got here? Colin?
Not now, Kenzie. I've got something coming through. You put me through the Commander Spring, please. You won't believe this.
I think I will.
Nathan, I have an urgent message from Inspector Davis. Good, put him through.
Score one to you.
She had another ransom demand.
Afraid so.
Did they trace it?
No, it was another cockeyed excuse. Something about the satellite he was transmitting through.
Did you trace it?
No, not yet.
All right. You try to get hold of David in London. I'll be in the office.
Okay.
Have you got anything for me?
I owe you an apology. Cyrus Teal did pay school fees to a boarding school in England called Harrow.
I knew it.
I thought that was a department
Overnight
store.
communications. Who was he paying them for?
This bloke.
You mean that's not James Bannerman?
Not James Bannerman went to Rannoch in Scotland.
Who's this fella?
Apparently his name's Albie Teal.
Nathan, hello?
All right, that's
Hello,
the one we
Nathan,
want.
come
You find
in.
out everything you can about it.
Nathan?
Yes, go on.
No luck from that London number. We tried David on micro, but someone's jamming his signals from outside.
Jammed? What do you mean jammed?
Well, I don't know, but it's definitely not legit.
Well, I thought your friends from the Met were supposed to be watching that place.
Well, yeah, they are.
Listen, something's gone wrong. You ask them to go in there. Go in armed.
Well, just like that?
Yes.
Oh, no, come on, Nathan. You know the score. That sort of request's got to come from high up.
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with it.
Okay, go ahead, but I think you're pushing your luck.
Yes, that's the secret of my success.
Well, at least our minder has gone.
Has he?
They don't exactly keep you posted, do they?
I guess no news is good news. Are you expecting something?
Well, at this time, what do you think?
How long has this thing been broken?
It's not broken.
Hello?
Masadi denies all